gonna choose webcam. Oh my goodness gracious. That's crazy. Okay. Well, let me oh, so okay, so the setting was not going through whenever I adjusted that. Okay, so I don't mean adjusted. Sorry, I have to turn the sound off. I'm freaking myself out. Okay, I don't mean adjusted. I mean when I copied the settings over from the apt OBS to the Flatpak OBS. So we have to put the audio filter in, which is noise suppression. Okay, let's see if that's any better. Alright, can I hear me now? Now? Okay, the noise suppression works wonders. Much better. Alright. So, let's hop in here and look at what we're supposed to be doing. Alright, so, like, honestly, let me make sure this is okay. Yeah, so this is okay. Let me look at my GitHub, hopefully. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sign in. I can try and look and see if I know my password. Well, I mean, I don't know it. I'm sure it's something simple. I don't know why I said that. I'm not sure of that. I keep lying for no reason. Okay, let me just try change password maybe. Because like, I mean, I don't know what it is. I've gotten really complacent about my actions. Okay, change password. Okay, here it is. So I didn't even have to change it. I just went to the change password page and it did autofill it. Use passkey. Okay. I'll try. I don't know. So I don't have the passkey here. It used to let me put in, oh, Authenticator app. Yes, much easier. Okay, so I'm in there. That's good, I guess. Alright, so I can look and see if I have something. Alright, let me see if I ever pushed anything from what I was doing previously. Sorry, everything I say is coming out so cryptic. All right, let me back up. So the idea for today, sorry, oh my gosh. Let me set that aside. Ah. So, so the idea for today, uh, um, asteroids radio. Uh, I'll try and look it up. Okay, so I see that I do have something here. I see that I have a commit there for init Python game loop. Do I have a remote? No. So I guess I would add that probably. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll add that probably. So I'm gonna come on here and add the, the repo. Create repository. All right. There it is. So we'll clone that. All right. Where was I usually working? In here, right? And there's asteroids. Okay, so let's clone here. Oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna try this. It's gonna be totally fun. Let's see if I can have some music. See how this goes. Let's see if that comes up on my phone. Yep. Yep. I do hear that. Okay, so that's fine, I guess. All right, let's see if the song request works. Everyone gets to pick one thing at the mall, no budget. Dave Matthews Band. Huh. Sure, let's give it a shot. All right. Okay, let me open up another one here. So this is how I usually like. Let's see if it's in my history. Yeah, this is how I usually start the chatter. So it'll build that. Technically, like, I'm not really updating it, so do I really need to rebuild it each time? I probably shouldn't. But see, now that that's going, I should be able to chat it. AI, can I chat you? And so it kind of shows up here, and it'll bring up some response. It's not warmed up right now. It has to load it. It has to load the model. It says, "Hey chat, let's have fun." Hooray! AI, what is your favorite animal? Penguins? That's a nice choice. Alright. And then I believe it's supposed to make a sound. But I don't hear a sound there. Penguins have so many beautiful colors. So apparently this is Dave Matthews Band, but it doesn't sound like a very good recording, does it? Alright. Okay, let me open up another one again. Let me see if there is a reason that I don't hear the sound effect for chats. I think I usually do hear it. So let's go into the source server. Okay, so I think it's supposed to play a sound. Let's see. That color looks really bad. Look, that gray hardly shows up at all. Okay, so when we get a sound, we're supposed to spawn MPG123 with sound file name. Alright. The sound file name is supposed to be in the secrets. Alright, so I'm not going to leak the secrets. But, just move it over here. Oops. I have to do this. Okay, let me just move it over here. Alright. Where did I put my secrets? Okay, so right here. Alright. So it looks like it's supposed to do this. MPG123. Yeah, just like that. Oh, interesting. Can't open default sound device. Huh. Well, what is the default sound device? It's apparently not the right thing. I have this little window here. It shows we're playing some sound or whatever on headphones. Right, so that seems like a win to start with. So usually this was able to open the device, but let's see if we can, like, choose a device, like, explicitly. Those colors still don't look good, do they? Do we want to do this one? Set audio device. Not into whatever. I don't see my chat overlay anymore either. That was supposed to be set up through, like, Stream Elements. Alright, let me go rinse my face off and come back in a minute. Here, let me see if my my BRB screen is still good. Nope. I guess not. Let's not look at that. What the heck am I doing? BRB screen? There it is. Alright, I gotta rinse my face off. Let me come back. Maybe it's allergy seasonal. I don't know. Really. Okay. Okay, I'm not just going to rinse my face off. I gotta change the laundry too. So five give me 5 to 10 minutes, because I might have to do something else over at the laundry room. Alright, be right back. All right. Got the laundry swapped out. I'm at the 30-minute mark already. I got the laundry swapped out. Gotta brush my teeth too. I just feel very grody. Let's see what the AI says. Don't get too bored. Okay, that is indeed much, much better. Much, much better. That was like 10 minutes. All right. So, let's take a quick look at current events. All right. The AI backlash keeps growing stronger. That's a pick for me. Fair enough, fair enough. 80% lower risk of cognitive decline. That sounds neat, but doesn't this look like an SEO farm? I don't know. I mean, do you think one of them might be ice cream? Please tell me one of them is ice cream. Let's take a look. Please tell me one of them is ice cream. Higher antioxidant index? Aww, that doesn't sound like ice cream. Well, these are all foods that I don't eat. Especially sunflower seeds and almonds. Oh shit. I'm gonna go crazy on the sunflower seeds. Let's see. What's a good... There's ice cream with sunflower seeds, isn't there? Ice cream with sunflower seeds? I don't know. Like, you can put that on a sundae. Have I done that before? Not interested, I guess. Is sunflower seed a good ice cream sundae topping? I feel like it is, isn't it? Oh, AI says yes. Um, healthier ice cream toppings. Sure, sure, let's take a look. Roasted strawberries. Were strawberries on the list? Berries. Okay, so but a strawberry is technically not a berry, right? Let's see what AI says to that one. Okay, so blueberry though, blueberry, that's a good one. What else? Chia seed? Is that on the list here? Oh yeah, that would count as a seed, but it says especially, is chia mentioned specifically? Okay, it's not. So I was hoping it was going to be more of a hot take, but I mean, this is like, timeless, well-known wisdom. That's fine. All right, let's get out of here. That's enough current events, I think. Should we look at any more? For you. Inzoi, Java, Renaissance. Ooh, that sounds like a good one. Java is all... Is that zoom level good? I'm gonna leave it there at 125. No, I'll go up a little bit. Because it's very big on my screen, but I just want it to be at least sort of readable on video. Alright, so I don't want to read the whole thing exactly, but let me see if there are just some highlights. This looks like something. Pattern matching. Oh, really? These sound super good. Okay, so here is a classic type of Java string, but, oh, look, we can do it with this, which looks like a classic Python syntax, doesn't it? Oh, very nice. Very, very nice. Um, data carrier classes. Yeah, I mean, I guess, so if, yeah, these seem really nice. So for switch, this is the most common form of pattern matching. Makes sense. Ooh, that's nice. Oh my gosh. Very neat. Um, Actually, this is pretty different from what I'm used to. So we switch. If it is a person, then we say person. If it's a V, well, okay, it's a simple example, I guess. All right, all right, I think I've seen enough. Let's go back to whatever else I was supposed to be doing. Was it this? Okay, yeah, let's turn on the sound effect that I want. So, let me just look it up. Ubuntu list audio devices. A play. Okay, let's take a look. Sound player. Yeah, unfortunately, these colors are not good. Maybe I'll just go ahead and adjust the colors right after this. Why not? Why not? Well, the reason why not is because it's not like very productive. But whatever, I'm not being very productive regardless. My desk setup here is still kind of bad. I'm gonna scoot this monitor over a little bit more. This is the monitor that's supposed to be the main monitor. But my OBS settings were not right, so I'm just using the smaller monitor as the main monitor for now. It's better though, because I used to use the actual TV as the secondary monitor, and that sucked. It's just much too big. The smaller one is a big improvement, but right now I'm using it as the main monitor, which is not the most ideal. All right, so the sound. So we want to go. Well, actually, hold on. So it says A play L. List devices. Can we do the same thing with MPG? Yeah, right here. Okay, let's try it. MPG 123 list devices, right? Failed to enumerate? Operation not supported? Oh, shoot. Okay, let's try it with this other one. Oh, interesting. Okay. So which is the one that we want here? I think it's not going to be an HDMI, so we can rule those out. I think it's the generic analog. Yeah, I think it's the generic analog. So it's card 2 subdevice 0/1, I guess. Okay, so if we MPG 123 and it says can't open default sound device. And then we do -A, and we select the device. And I think we want 0? Okay, so let's put -A 0? Can't open 0. Wait. Is it in here? Is it one of these? Is it SND for sound? Shoot. That doesn't seem right. I don't know. I wish I were in more of a hurry, but I'm not really in much of a hurry. Okay, so how about by path? So up here, this is the one we thought we wanted, device 0. Okay, if we do it with sudo, well, these don't look very good. Cannot connect. Damn. That's messed up, actually. Ah, all right. Okay, hold on. Where did I get... Did I get this from Brew? I was in the habit of trying to get things from Brew because it just seemed faster. But, like, that's probably probably wasn't a bad habit. Or, wow, if I could speak, that probably was a bad habit, or probably wasn't a good idea, because I think that it might screw me up now. Um, okay, so there's a whole bunch there. But MPG123 is not among them. Okay, so here's MPG installed through apt. So with apt, I guess we can do some of this. I am gonna go ahead and try and update my brew right now, actually, because I haven't really done it. So I'm gonna look at my Mac here because I'm just gonna look at my ZSH config because I made an alias that I tend to use, and so I'm gonna add that here. So I called it bup, and I'm gonna use that And so we brew update, and if that works, we then brew upgrade, and then if that works, then we brew cleanup. And again, I never used to, I think this is my first time wasting stream time on stuff like this. Maybe it means that streaming is just not for me anymore. Because when I did it before, I got a lot of benefit out of it, and I'm not sure I'm getting any benefit out of it right at the moment. Whoops, outdated. And that's behind my head, so let me just, here, just bring that up. There. Okay, and clean up. Scrub. Whoops. Brew update, brew upgrade, brew cleanup, brew auto remove, brew doctor, brew outdated, brew cleanup, scrub. So that's what I do. And then we do that. And that'll probably take a couple minutes. Let's see. A unique journey. Let's do, what's a good animal? Is there a crab? Spy RV LLVM translator. Not totally sure what it's used for in this context, but okay. Sound seems fine. Sound seems fine. Kind of a lot of S's. Spy RV LLVM translator. Maybe I'll get back into the swing of things, but yeah, if I act like this, then like streaming isn't really benefiting me much at all. But maybe a little bit, maybe a little bit. I am still planning to try to stick with it for the next 6 months to a year or so. I mean, obviously I've been away from it for a while, but I think it does benefit me, so I'm gonna try to stick with it for the next 6 months to a year or so. That's what I'm thinking right now. Open JDK. Heck yes. Heck to the yes. LLVM blob. Hey, MPG123 is there. Dag nabbit. Well, maybe this will help it work. I don't know. Should we try dist upgrade while I'm screwing around and not getting anything done? Hold on, I need to write things down. Let me find my paper. Should be right here, I think. Alright. Okay, so we're supposed to make the MPG work. I was gonna look at adjusting colors, maybe. And then, oh, yeah, I must say this is what's nice about this for me is that it feels very chill because I'm not doing anything. All done. 11 minutes, 8. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's see. Completion, good. Emacs Lisp, really? You may also want Lua rocks. Sure, I guess. I think it's already in there. Okay. CMake docs. Let's take a look. Looks like we've got it already. And then this one. I think that's working fine. I'm not going to mess with it. Yeah, not worried about that. Okay, let's try. So now if we bup again, then presumably it runs in less than 30 seconds. We'll see, we'll see. "21 seconds, yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, so yeah, sure. Now, okay, so it still says can't open default sound effects. All right. This is probably going to break everything if I do it. For some reason, I feel like this is what I need in my life right now. Let's just break everything. Sure, let's continue. All right. Okay, let's try and troubleshoot this. So, oh, wow. There's quite a lot there, isn't there? So, here's what we got. Can't open default sound device. Module OSS device open failed. Okay, so now let's go ahead and now just Google this. Now I feel ready now. Usually. What a good answer. What a good answer from AI. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Okay, so then I mean, of course, there are alternatives to MPG123. In fact, A-Play might be okay. Let's take a look at A-Play. Okay, well, that wasn't good. What the heck happened? What the heck happened? Playing raw data? Okay. That's messed up. Wait, which format is it? Is it... Shoot. How about MPV? Can we MPV the file? Okay, well, that sounds like what it's supposed to sound like. Okay, so in that case, I will probably just change it to use MPV for now. One more time. Yeah, it seems fine. Okay, let's then go... Okay, so I'm just gonna change that here. Alright, I can bring this back over. So... Oh my god. Alright, I'll go ahead and change that token. Let me see, where do we find our Twitch tokens? Oh, I think we used the Twitch CLE. Okay, so does it look like... Let's see. Okay, so I'll revoke the token that I leaked. which presumably will stop the chat bot from working. So I'm going to go Twitch, token, revoke, and paste that in. Oh, nope, that's not it. It says invalid token. Okay. So, well, I mean, that's good if it really is invalid. Let me see. Okay, okay. So if that was invalid, then that's, I think, good. So, yeah, it says 400 token invalid token. That music sounded bad. Why did it play, like, part of music for a second there? So I think the token has been expired for a long time, and it's probably just the refresh token that is actually working. I want to say. Okay, so this time I'm just going to open a new window. All right, so now I am going to just change that file. Okay, now let's reopen the chatter. Which one's the chatter? This one, I believe. Okay, so close that, run it again. Okay, and now if I chat, what are the other zodiac animals? Can we do a centaur? No. Can we do a Pisces? Okay, so there's the sound. So that's better, I guess. All right, I'm all about it. Okay, so then I said adjust colors, maybe? Okay, so that's because some of the colors I thought did seem sort of bad. In fact, this red, first of all, seems a little bad. Oh my goodness. No, actually, oh. Does this red look like any of these? Not sure. Disc, 55%. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Which of these other colors were bugging me? To be honest, I haven't even really tried to configure the starship. Or, frankly, much of anything. Alright, let's not worry about the colors. Let's go back to what I was going to try to do. Okay, so here's this. Alright. So, I'm going to try to set some things up. So, I'm going to start by maybe adding... Let's see, what am I going to add? So basically, I had added a CPP file. Let's see what is in the main pie right now. Oh, that gray. That gray is really, really bad. Let's change. I think the gray is the only one I want to change. This gray, yeah, that's unacceptable. Which gray is it, though? I still haven't... Man, I still have not gotten good at adjusting these colors. So, so we've got some color being used here. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. There might be some config for the bat. Let me look at my bat config. Oh, I don't have any. Oh, whoops. Oh, you know, I never used this mode. It does look nice, though. So we don't have one for bat, so I'll say make bat. And all I want to say for this is theme equals ANSI. I think so. Yeah, yeah, that green is more like what I want. So now the purple looks bad and the blue looks really, really bad. The blue looks extremely bad. So I think I want to make all of the blues a bit lighter, probably. So let me look at my Wes term. Okay, so here's the colors. I'm going to try and adjust the colors. So I think I want to make all of the blues lighter. All 4 of them. Okay, so one of them is 1D5595. Yeah, that is rather dark. And then another one is 67e8a25d534. And then I've got 197db3. I think that one's not terrible, but I will make it lighter. 7b. Okay, so I'm going to adjust all of the lightnesses, or the luminances, I guess. Okay. Okay, so this one will become 6AA2E2. This will be B6D6FC. This will be 79C4EC. And this will be EF5ef7. Okay, that's more readable. All right, so the purple, if I make the purple a bit lighter as well, then I think that will also help. Okay, so let's look at the... So let's see, which one is the purple? It's between the blues, right? Okay, so we're looking at AD3FE4 and F395F2. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to make both those lighter. And they're already kind of light. Make both of them lighter. So this will be D39F0. This will be F9C8F8. Yep, that's readable. And that leans even more into sort of the pastels, while still having that bright green. Like, I like having that bright green highlight. All right, so All right, so what's actually in here? Not much, right? We are going to call pygame init. All right. So now I might stay here another hour and a half, but I'm probably going to spend the entire time just on this website reading and then trying to actually do something a little bit later. Okay. All right, so does not provide the typical API documentation or a big set of tutorials. Be learned just from a cheat sheet. Okay, so let's start with the cheat sheet. Okay, so I mean, there's a lot here. Let's just read everything. So it says, a simple and easy to use library to enjoy video games programming. There's a Discord server, there's a GitHub, and a header file. So that header file is going to help us, presumably. So let's come to the header file if needed, but let's start with the cheat sheet, right? The cheat sheet is the first place that they referred us to, right? So this is the v5 quick reference card, PDF available, I guess, but let's stick with the website, I guess. There's a Chinese translation, okay. All right, so window-related functions. All right, so we've got this list. And look at how convenient. Init window. Oh, that's interesting, right? Because that's the first thing I needed from, not here, from here, right? Init. Oh, cool. So it started right there. So we'll put in a width, height, and title. Okay, so we did do this when using Pygame. We used a screen width and a screen height. So that kind of makes sense. So a width and a height and a title. So this will initialize window and OpenGL context. Isn't that nice? It's a nice abstraction. Because that's doing a lot of work, right? A lot of work that we don't necessarily... If we're just trying to create a game, is that work that we necessarily want to do? Not necessarily. That's why something like Raylib exists. You know, the undifferentiated heavy lifting is done for us. All right, close window. Close window and unload OpenGL context. Window should close. Check if application should close. Okay, so it returns bool. And that's key escape pressed or window close icon clicked. Cool. Another bool. So is window ready? Check if window has been initialized successfully. Okay. Is window full screen? All right, useful. Is window hidden? Might need to know that sometimes. Is window minimized? Is window maximized? Is window focused? This one seems especially useful, probably. Although for this project, I'm not expecting to have to use that. Because it's not going to be super robust. I'm just going to get it to where it's kind of like MVP. Is resized? Okay. Oh wait, is resized. Has been resized last frame. Is window state, and then we can choose some flags. So presumably those flags are probably here. It's a pretty big cheat sheet, right? So I'm guessing those flags are probably in here somewhere. In fact, well, I don't know. Maybe not, but it is a pretty big cheat sheet. There's plenty here. Set window state, okay. Clear window state, sure. Toggle full screen, that seems like a good option. Toggle borderless windowed. Okay. Maximize window. Minimize window. Restore window. We can set window icon. Might want to do that. Probably not for this project. Like I said, I'm not planning to go super far with it by any means. Set window icons. Oh, I didn't know about that. So you can, are these like intended to be like different sizes? I think they're different sizes of icon, like depending on how the UI is drawing it. I don't know. Set window title, set window position, set window monitor, set window min size, set window max size, set window size, set window opacity. So to be honest, like based on what I have here, I have init, I have set mode, and then we have quit, and then we have fill, and then we have flip. Okay, so there's a sort of a, it's just a stub, but we're gonna want to use a init window, right? And that'll take care of this part. We're gonna want to use close window for this, which ends the game loop. I guess. So actually, I'm not sure. So yeah, here we just end the game loop. So I don't know. We'll see. So how about filling the screen with black? Right? That makes sense if we're doing an asteroids game. Should we look down to see where we fill the screen? I don't think it's window related or cursor related. Drawing related? Okay, so clear background, set background color. Okay, yeah. Cool. So, yeah, it does seem nice. I'm a little nervous somehow. All right. I'm going to check on my laundry again. I might need 5 minutes again. Okay. The laundry is fine. I mean, I don't need to change the laundry yet. But I'm actually gonna end stream now because I've been really hunched over. This is not very ergonomic, so I'm gonna try and rearrange. Move the desk, move the chair, because I've been hunched over, and as soon as I stood up, I was like, oh, I'm getting old. All right, yeah, I am gonna end actually, and I will plan to come back at 11. Wait, hold on. Yeah, 11 o'clock. That should be fine.